Hello there, my beautiful Pisces friends. How are you? Welcome back to Sacred Knowledge Tarot. I am so happy and thankful to each and every one of you for being here with me today. So thank you, everyone. And those of you that are brand new to my channel, hello and welcome, my friends. My name is Ria and I do these readings every week. So today's reading is a channeled reading. I've done a separate ritual for this morning, a meditation that I do in order to channel energy. So we're not going to focus on planetary alignments or any kind of theme other than yourself today. So what I have planned for you is I'm going to open your reading with an animal spirit card. Then I'm going to pull 3 cards out of my tarot deck to see what message spirit has for you. Then I've got this bonus card deck. It's called the Lantern Oracle. This has deep, powerful messages. So I'm super excited about pulling a card from this deck for you today. And then we're going to close off with an angel number. All right. So those of you that are watching, if you've been seeing signs through animals or insects, any kind of repeating numbers or angel numbers, this is all going to give you your confirmation and guidance today. So stay tuned for all of this, my beautiful friends. All right, Pisces, let's call in spirit and open up your reading. See what it is that spirit would like you to hear today. So we are getting for you Tasmanian devil. Look at that. Have any of you seen a Tasmanian devil anywhere in your life? If you have, this is your confirmation. If you haven't, you're seeing one now on your screen, and perhaps you're going to see one. So the message here is be unapologetic in your authenticity. It will filter out the people who don't want to see you win. I'm going to read this to you one more time. Be unapologetic in your authenticity here, Pisces. It will filter out the people who don't want to see you win. So be yourself and don't be afraid of being yourself, and don't be afraid of judgments of others. That's a them problem. That has nothing to do with you, okay? So let's pull some tarot cards and see what else is coming through. We're getting the 8 of Cups. Walk away from those things that no longer serve your higher purpose here, Pisces. I feel there is a need for that. I do feel that I'm seeing someone looking at old letters, old pictures, maybe some old emails, some old messages here on your cell phone. And I feel maybe there is an attachment to someone, something here that you're meant to release and let go of. And I'm seeing someone actually putting all of these letters, all of this information that you received. It's almost like you're looking at something from the past. You're putting it in a box and you're putting it away now. This is what they're showing me. And I feel it's about time is what Spirit says. And they're not saying this in a negative way. It's more like it's about time now to move past this. And I feel some of you are coming to terms with that and actually putting something away and moving forward. Okay, so this is the kind of energy that is coming through this card. Now we have the number 8 on this card. It's a number of power, being brave and courageous. So I do feel some of you are stepping into your power at this time. All right. So the 8 of Cups to start, 3 of Wands, there you are. Not only are you moving on here, you're actually moving on from something. I do feel there's some travel here. There is this energy of a move, like moving in a new direction. And I feel that some of you have waited to make this move in your life, waited to actually make this decision. And I feel that that wait has been so long that you're now taking the necessary steps to make this happen. And this is what Spirit wants you to do, especially those of you that are in a waiting pattern or a waiting, like you're waiting for something to happen. They're wanting you to take the action now. Okay, you don't want to be waiting anymore. It's time for you to initiate the process, okay? So the 3 of Wands, I also want you to use your own intuition with my readings, Pisces. So whenever you see my cards popping up on screen, I want you to try and interpret them using your own intuition. Not only will this strengthen your intuition, but you will also receive your own messages. All right, so 3 of Wands, and we have the Tower card. All right, there's definitely a shaking, a rumbling, a structure falling apart, falling away, a shell. It feels like a broken eggshell here, a shattered glass. I'm seeing things kind of falling away here. And I feel this is spiritual for some of you. And I don't want you to ever be afraid of the Tower card. I always find after the Tower, there's something amazing that is waiting for you. And whatever structure you have built over time here, whether it's spiritual or in physical form, it's no longer in alignment with you. So it's falling away here and you're meant to build a new structure, okay? Now, this is a major arcana card, so this energy is going to be prominent. However, it's in the background. So some of you are going to feel this intensely, others you're going to feel this subtly. All right. So there's definitely energies like, look at these two cards. These are both like energies where things are falling away from your life, Pisces. So before I begin here, I just wanted to mention that we all live a different life experience. These cards are going to present themselves differently in each of our lives. This is also a general reading for you today. So those of you that are watching, if my reading isn't resonating for you, please leave it behind, but also check out your rising and your moon signs, okay? So if you're seeing the number 3s and 8s, I do feel this is a confirmation for you. 3 is speaking up. It's all about community, relationships. It's about expansion in your life as well. So I do feel there is an expansion happening. This is why this is falling away, because it's not big enough for what's coming in for you. The number 8, again, is all about power. And sometimes we have to speak up around people and not be afraid to be ourselves. This is where Spirit is wanting you to be unapologetically your authentic self in whatever situation that you're going through. And especially if you're seeing a little Tasmanian devil in your life, this is Spirit nudging you and giving you that sign here. And sometimes we're watching a Tasmanian the devil on TV and you're like, oh, this is really interesting what this and this is a message from the universe, right? Letting you know, especially if you're resonating with what you're seeing here with that Tasmanian devil. And what I'm getting here is a little mini tornado, just like the Tasmanian devil in the cartoons that we watched growing up, right? Whirling around and leaving all of this dust behind, all of this chaos behind. And what I feel is, it's not that you're leaving chaos behind. This feels like chaos. Perhaps you feel like you're leaving chaos behind. Or you feel like, if I did this, it's going to fall, everything's going to fall apart in my life. If I walk away from this, everything is going to fall apart. Let it fall apart. I feel it's time for you to choose you, Pisces, and whatever this fear is, because I'm getting fear leaking in through this card, like this fear of this glass shattering. It's almost like if you made this move in your life, Pisces, it's almost like you chucked a rock in a window and everything shattered, and there's a lot of fear and you're going to get into trouble. Like, I feel you're going to get into trouble. This is a feeling that you're feeling here. I don't know if any of you say this in your life, oh, I'm going to get into so much trouble if I did this, or, you know, these are these consequences that I'm going to have to face if I did this, but I really feel that I need to choose myself. So I feel that whether you're in a job that you don't like, you're being mistreated there, perhaps in a relationship, in your family, wherever this is for you, if it doesn't feel right, walk away from it, Pisces. Okay, if it doesn't, I'm getting disrespect here. If you're feeling like you're disrespected, if you feel like you're being belittled, treated in a way that you're not meant to be treated, and you know this, and it doesn't sit right with you, it's time for you to either create some healthy boundaries or walk away from that situation. I know this is hard to do because I've experienced these kind of situations in my life where I stayed way longer than I should have, right? And I built up the strength to finally get away from it. And sometimes it's just timing. Sometimes it's all about us going through that whole energy of being in the right moment to make that move. I remember when I was in a bad relationship, the person was mistreating me. My friends, my family would tell me, and I would hear what they had to say. I just wasn't ready in the moment. And when I was, it just happened like that. I feel this moment is coming in for some of you, whether you've been hearing about it, maybe your friends and family have been telling you that this place isn't good for you, this energy isn't good for you. You've heard it, but now I feel it's finally starting to sink in, and you're going to make that move and take that necessary action, that step, in order to create change in your life for the better. And this is what's coming in, is that better change for you. And perhaps it's gonna, a lot of things are going to fall away, and it's exactly like what I had to experience. That life I lived in that relationship all fell away. It all went, and I had to go through that transition period, that transformation period, to get out on the other side and finally gain clarity of, okay, what is it that I want? What is it that I'm trying to do with my life? And I moved in that direction. So it was a completely new direction for me. And this was my early 30s, when I was about 30 years old. I'm now 46, right? So, and where I am right now, this is a part of my purpose. I'm doing exactly what I'm meant to do right here, right now. I know that. And I feel this is where you're also going to be sitting in that moment. Some of you are already in this position right now where you're looking back at this experience in your life and saying, if I had not gone through that, I wouldn't be here today. So there's a reason, there's a purpose behind everything. There's a reason why maybe something felt really good to you in the time that you were in that, right? And now it doesn't. Now things maybe have changed, and things that you once loved no longer are in alignment with you. What once was is no more. I had that for Aquarius coming in as well. So I do feel that you're also feeling this energy of what once was is no more. So you're moving on, and I'm getting someone jumping timelines with this. And there's this golden energy, something to do with gold. Pay attention to gold around you. I don't know if any of you collect gold coins, or if there's some golden light, something to do with gold around you. The Tower here. Now, this is the other thing that Spirit really wants me to talk about here in alignment with the Eight of Cups is you're in essence tapping into your own power, your authentic self. And perhaps this like Tasmanian tornado, and I've been getting this through my Chosen Ones readings, is for some reason these tornadoes just keep coming up, especially when I'm channeling energy, but also when I'm dreaming. But for you, this is different. This is a tornado of you. And I feel whatever you've built up, you're like, you know what, I'm going to now change everything. I just don't want to be here. I want to create a new life. I want to experience something completely different. This doesn't have to be your entire life. This could be little bits and pieces of your life that you're wanting to shift. But I'm seeing a structure falling away. Now I'm getting somebody that's renovating their home or building a home or building something, like you're starting from scratch is what I'm getting here. And you're building a structure. And I feel that you're paying attention to detail here. And what happens is when we experience Tower, I've had many Tower moments in my life. I'm sure I'm going to have more. But each one I learned something. And every time I went through it, I was even a higher level up. So it felt like this Tower moment had to happen in order for me to level up in energy. And then the next one happened and I moved up. I'm like, what is going on here? This is an ascension that's happening. And whatever we create, like I feel that I go through these 10-year periods. So, you know, growing up until I was 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. I go through a cycle, like I go through 10-year cycles. I don't know if you have also recognized the patterns and the cycles in your own life, right? So this cycle I feel is different because it started at the age of 40 for me. And I feel that whatever this is that I have, it's going to be bigger, but on a different scale, on a different level. And it's only because I'm thinking bigger. And I feel for some of you, you have gained clarity through whatever this experience is. And there's a part of you that is wanting to come through. And I do feel that you have been activated here, Pisces. And whatever structure you have built is now falling away because that version of you no longer aligns with what once was. And now you're becoming what is what's coming through with this card. So this could feel like you're in the middle of a storm. This could feel like you're dealing with some sort of an obstacle, a challenge. So remember that you are very powerful, that you are someone who is capable of overcoming this. So know that from the start. What can you do right now in your life in order to really not even understand, how can you navigate through this? Call on your spirit guides to bring that guidance in, because depending on what it is that we're going through. So feel free here, Pisces, to share with me in the comment section below what this Tower card for you is. You could share with me what all these cards are for you in your life. It gives me an understanding, but it also opens you up to what it is that you need to do in your life and what it is that you're experiencing, right? Because there's something spiritual happening here. There's some light that is wanting to shine through. There's a light bursting out. And this is why things are cracking and falling away, because there's something expanding within you that needs a bigger structure is what I'm getting here. So this is where you're going to be given an opportunity to really set some firm foundations in the ground here and start over. This is almost like a starting over, like a midlife reinvention of yourself. This is what I'm getting with the Tower card today for you. Now we've got the Three of Wands here. Pay attention to the number threes, because the number threes is bringing in the energy of expansion. This is also to do with you, the way that you express yourself in the world. So I do feel that there is this new confidence that you have built up, this new energy where you're not going to take shit no more. This is what I'm getting here. You're not going to take shit anymore, Pisces. You're kind of like, you know what? You're coming from a place of love here. Even though you're not going to take things anymore, I feel this is more you standing your ground. You are standing in your integrity. You're standing in your authenticity. And you're choosing. It's like there's these three wands and you've picked one. You're like, I'm going to stand by this. I'm going to follow through on this. I'm going to make a decision to move forward. I'm going to make a decision to change my life. So this is reminding me of a friend of mine. Her name is Sydney. So Sydney might be coming up for some of you as well, where she was in this really interesting place in her life. And I remember she met this man and she was saying, you know, he's from France and I want to go to France. And I said, well, you don't have anything really holding you here. So why not just see what happens? Like, why not just go and see what happens? So she moved from BC, Canada, to France with this man she met. And they've been dating for a little while, but, and then I've lost touch with her. And just recently she connected and she has a 10-month-old baby girl. She's got this completely different life in France. And I was worried about her. I'm like, I wonder if she's okay. I wonder what happened to her. And then all of a sudden, 2 years later, she's now a mom with a 10-month-old baby, like completely different life, a completely different chapter. And this is what I'm getting with this card. It's almost like you're taking a risk. You're trusting your gut instincts and you're really going for what you feel is right for you, even though it might feel like it's completely different than what you are living right now. I feel this is the kind of shift that is coming in for some of you, is this energy of a complete different world, different reality. And it's one that is aligned to what it is that you're desiring, because I know my friend, she had desired this. She wanted to have a loving relationship, a family, a community, and she felt she had it here, but the people she was around, surrounded by, weren't people that were for her best interest. This was energy that was draining her, right? It was energy that was pulling her down. She was in a group of people who I was not a part of. I actually was like, nope, I'm not going there. But she was a friend from another friend that I knew of. And now it's just insane how her life changed. And I've experienced this in my own life. And I feel that some of you are experiencing it in your own lives right now as well. Perhaps you've already gone through this and you're in a place where you're in your desires aligned to that dream. And you can talk about some of the things that you have gone through, these experiences in your life that have really actually shaped everything in your life. There's a reason why it all happens, right? So I do feel some of you have stories to share here. I'm getting romance, a long distance relationship here with this as well. So I feel there's almost like this connection or need to expand on that. So I'm seeing some of you maybe even traveling at this time. Travel coming in. I'm seeing someone in a plane. I'm seeing some clouds here. I'm also seeing smoke. I don't know what this smoke is. It's almost like a patchy smoke. So this could be like fogginess in your mind coming in. Perhaps there's some uncertainty around this. So they're wanting you to allow that fog to pass here. Just let it go. Allow it to, what they're saying is almost feels like dust. Allow the dust to settle. Allow the dust to settle here in your life, because this is when you're going to gain clarity. And I'm getting the star card coming up. Like I'm seeing some of you seeing a star in the sky, or seeing something in the sky that you can't explain. So this is maybe something you're actually seeing, or this could be something metaphoric that you're experiencing, maybe even like through a dream. Maybe you've been seeing stars or something that is guiding you. Okay. So I'm now going to pull a bonus card from the Lantern Oracle. I'm going to read you the interpretation from the guidebook. So anything more that Spirit wants to share with you is going to come through this card today. So I absolutely love this deck. I'm going to actually try to memorize it. That's what my plan is here, to memorize this deck. So we're getting false beliefs. Look at that, false beliefs. Look at this woman. She has antlers, an owl on her side here, loyal companion. So wisdom, clarity, you have a vision. Some of you are seers. You can see things. It's like, you know how the owl is able to move its head all the way around? I feel some of you have this energy. And so the number 13, this could be a number of significance for some of you. Ones and threes, again, you're getting a 3 here, but also 1 new beginnings, okay? Those of you looking for timing, 13 days, 13 weeks, and 13 hours, but also the 13th of the month. The message is once the untruths that we believe about ourselves are illuminated, so are the ways we can release the false limitations they confine us to. All right, so look at that. I'm going to read you the interpretation here from the guidebook. So the message here is our unhelpful core beliefs are predominantly invisible. So are the ways they influence our experience of reality. Our false beliefs act as tinted lenses that harmfully distort our perception of the world, others, what is possible, and ourselves. For example, you might believe the falsehood that you are not good enough, that you are unlovable, or that you are bad. Such inaccurate convictions will inform how you make sense of your experience as well as influence the impossibly high or dangerous low standards you have for yourself, others, and relationship dynamics. False beliefs have the potential to be particularly dangerous because we cannot see when others are using them to manipulate and take advantage of us. Our false beliefs blind us to what we allow into our lives and how we co-create or even perpetually repeat an unwanted, toxic, or even potentially dangerous situation. When we see how our thoughts, feelings, and choices contribute to what is happening for us, we have the key to set ourselves free. Upon learning to see clearly and truthfully, it is up to us to replace our false beliefs with true ones and to live by them. This requires us to love ourselves enough to replace the lies such as I am unworthy with the truth, I am worthy. The featured mother supports you in centering yourself within the magnificent light of your spirit self. She encourages you to walk your path to the pace and the rhythm of your own beat and to turn every obstacle into a way forward. This card suggests a time of increasing awareness by identifying what is actually taking place for you in the present. Your refined clarity and focus will begin to change it. It is up to you to continue this process of awakening to your true self and potentially by questioning, reflecting upon, and actively dissolving whatever beliefs are blocking you from your power. Like the featured mother, walk only at your own pace and according to your inner knowing. Step by step, you will incrementally see what needs to be tended to next and how you can go about it. Journaling is a useful tool and most loyal and empowering ally for this kind of work. Talking through what comes up in your journaling with someone safe and appropriately informing can be of incredible benefit too. So, Mother's message to you today, Pisces, is false beliefs create darkness in areas where the mind requires light the most. Hold every question in the illuminating space of your heart. Accept the answer that shines through even when it is contrary to what you want it to be. The heart, like the owl, is too wise and white ever to lie or mislead. All right, so that is your message today, false beliefs. It's now time for you to release them. And, you know, sometimes we create this energy around us where we live through those false beliefs, and this is what might be falling away in your life right now. So look at that. All right, I'm now going to pull an angel number. Some of you have been seeing angel numbers, repeating numbers in your life. This is going to give you your confirmation and guidance. So taking steps, it's time for you to start taking steps toward your dreams, toward your desires, whatever it is that's going to really align with your heart, with your true essence, okay? So the number 1, 2, 3, 4, let's go here, Pisces. I feel this is a countdown for you. Those of you looking for timing, I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4 days, weeks, months, or even hours. So following the master plan. This is what they're wanting you to do, is to follow the master plan, but also be flexible and adaptable because sometimes we have different directions that can come in. You are aligned to your goals. You're going to start making progress here. Walk the path of faith here is what Spirit is asking. Be consistent. Take consistent action here. consistently show up for yourself is what Spirit is saying. So this is your reading today. I hope it resonates for you. If it does, please comment below, hit that like button. And if you're brand new to my channel and you're enjoying my content, please consider subscribing. Other than that, I wanted to wish you all a beautiful day and thank you so much for watching.